What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in to break down the weekly reset for Destiny 2 this coming Tuesday, April 18th. And this week we get the most significant game update that we've had since Lightfall launched, and this will bring a bunch of changes to weapons, exotics, and it'll feature some fixes for the game, so we'll touch on that. But on top of that, we get new weekly challenges, a pretty juicy week in the Eververse store once again, plus we'll cover the weekly Nightfall and the featured weapon, but we also have the Lightfall and Neomuna reset, as well as bonus ranks. And we'll round up activities, new rewards, and everything worth knowing in the game this reset in the videos. So, as always, I hope you find the breakdown helpful today, and if you do, a rating below really does help us out. And so we'll break down the Destiny stuff, but firstly guys, today's video is sponsored by War Thunder, the biggest and most comprehensive vehicle combat game around, which is available to play on PC, Xbox Series X, Series S, and PlayStation 5. War Thunder features more than 2,000 different vehicles consisting of tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships which we can take into battle in dynamic combined arms style PvP combat. And all of the vehicles in War Thunder are highly detailed and incredibly accurate models of their real-world counterparts, right down to their individual components, which makes them feel super immersive. And taking them into battle, there are different modes to suit more fast action-packed gameplay, or the more realistic and tactical PvP battles, which immerse us in over 100 years of vehicle hardware on the battlefield with highly realistic vehicle damage and incredible graphics, especially running at 4K. The game looks absolutely stunning. Plus, one of my favourite things about War Thunder is that vehicles come with in-depth customization with hundreds of camos, 3D visual upgrades, and bonus equipment, so we can really play around with our armory and set things up just how we like. And so I totally recommend that you guys check out the game on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox using the link below. Plus, new players who register on PC will get a huge free bonus pack using my link, which unlocks a premium account with a bunch of premium vehicles, boosters, and much more. So don't miss out on it guys, the details are down below, and thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring the video. Now though, getting into the Destiny 2 stuff for this week, initially, we are going to see a fairly significant update in the form of update 705, and this is the mid-season update that Bungie have spoken about, so it will drop alongside the weekly reset on Tuesday, April 18th. And just bear in mind, just over an hour before the reset time, D2 will be brought offline for the maintenance, so there'll be an hour of downtime and then the update will drop. One of the big focuses for the update this week are changes for weapons, so we're going to see some small buffs to auto rifles, pulse rifles, hand cannons, and sidearms. Plus there'll be some generic damage changes to scout rifles, and this will affect both legendary and exotic weapons. So that'll be pretty awesome, but Bungie will also make additional weapon adjustments to things like Final Warning, as well as Taraba, and we'll see a couple of buffs for Revision 0. But on top of that, there will be some quality of life stuff and fixes for Lightfall as well. So as always, I'll keep you guys posted when we get those patch notes, but safe to say it is a fairly significant update, and certainly the biggest one that we've had since Lightfall actually dropped. So it'll be interesting to check that out once the reset happens. Next though, let's get into weekly challenges right here, and initially there is size defying to defeat champions or bosses in Defiant Battlegrounds, with bonus progress awarded for those defeated on Legend difficulty. Plus we've got Relentless Liberator, and it requires us to gain bonus rewards using a Defiant key at the end of a Defiant Battleground playlist activity on Normal or Legend, and it lists 3 of them. Then there is Trial by Firing Squad, and with Trials of Osiris returning at the weekend, that requires us to win multiple rounds in Trials. And we can see one of the rewards right there is a bonus Trials of Osiris weapon, so if you want some additional Trials loot, it'll be good to get that one completed. The next challenge though requires us to earn the Gambit ornament for the Ecliptic Distaff, plus there is Defiant Calibration to calibrate swords, bows, and glaives with bonus progress for defeating Guardians. The very final challenge, interestingly enough, is Classified though, so who knows, maybe we'll get something additional drop with the patch this week. We'll simply have to wait and find out. Next though, as always, we will see the reset for Neomuna, so that'll include the refresh for the weekly mission, plus the Vex Incursion Zone will change, and it should move over to the Zephyr Concourse. And of course, alongside that, there will be the Partition mission. Moving over to the Vanguard though, the featured Nightfall for the week will be Heist Battleground Mars. That should be an interesting one, especially on Grandmaster. But if you are completing that, the featured Nightfall weapon for the week will be the Mindbender's Ambition, and of course that comes in the Adept variant as well. Nothing especially unique going on with Gambit this week, but for the Crucible, we'll see Zone Control and Momentum Control featured with bonus Crucible ranks. So if you're looking to level up with Lord Shaxx, it will be a good time to play. And then we move to the raid and dungeon rotation for the week, and this time it's going to feature the Garden of Salvation, and we'll get the Duality dungeon featured this week as well. And of course all of these have updated rewards. But that takes us on to the Eververse inventory for the week. It's going to be another relatively good week versus the earlier weeks in the season, so initially we'll get the Lucid Dream Exotic Sparrow available, and that will cost 2,500 Bright Dust. And we'll see the legendary emote, the Quick Cardio, for 700 Bright Dust, and for 450, we'll be able to pick up the Lattice Entrance Transmat effect. On top of that, the two front page featured shaders, available for 300 Bright Dust each, include Time Honored, as well as the Grayscale Undergrowth. But then moving to the featured Bright Dust section, we'll get the Touch Grass Exotic emote, that will cost 3,250 Bright Dust. As always, quite an expensive one there. But we will see chest pieces for the Eververse armor set for the season featured for all three classes, and these will be 1,200 Bright Dust each. Then on to exotics, we'll get the Sweeper Shell Exotic Ghost right here, which will be 2,850 Bright Dust. Plus an exotic sparrow, I absolutely love the name of this one, but it's the Sweeper Simulant, which will be 2,500 Bright Dust. And then we'll get the Gilded Prowler Exotic Ship, an Awoken-themed ship there, which is up for 2,000 Bright Dust. And the featured weapon ornament for the week will be Whaler's Whim, which is a new ornament for Wish Ender for this season, and that will be 1,250 Bright Dust. But finally, we'll also see the legendary Ghost Projection, the Side-Eye Projection, which will be available for 1,500 Bright Dust this week. So let us know if any of those Eververse items take your fancy, and it's nice to at least see a handful of new things once again. But moving over to Eternity and Dares of Eternity, as well as the unique Dares drops this week, we'll see Rotation 4 loot drops, which are additional drops at the end of the activity, and they include the Scatterhorn armor set from Forsaken, as well as the Pathfinder armor set from Season of the Lost, plus we'll get a bunch of seasonal weapons and world stuff from Season of the Lost as well. Finally, for featured Lost sectors though, for Tuesday's reset, we'll see the Quarry dropping exotic helmets. Then moving over to April 19th, it'll be Aphelion's Rest dropping exotic legs. April 20th will feature the Chamber of Starlight dropping exotic gauntlets, and then we'll get exotic chest pieces from Perdition on April 21st. And that's followed by exotic helmets dropping from Bunker E15 on April 22nd. Then for April 23rd, we'll get the Conflux dropping exotic legs, and finally for April 24th, it'll be Thrilladrome dropping exotic gauntlets. Finally though, in the Dreaming City, if it's Ascendant challenges you're after, this week it'll be the Forfeit Shrine, which is featured in the Garden of Isilla, so if you want gameplay and location for that one, and collectibles this week, we will run it at the end of the video. Otherwise though, as always guys, I appreciate you tuning in today, and if you've enjoyed the video, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. Let us know in the comments section if you're diving into Destiny 2 this week, and anything you're looking forward to inside of the update. I've also got to say a big thanks again to today's sponsor, War Thunder, and if you like epic vehicle combat with thousands of different vehicles in huge tactical PvP battles, then be sure to download the game today on PC, Xbox or PlayStation by following the link below, and that will unlock a premium pack when you register on PC with loads of bonus unlocks, so be sure to check that out in the description box. Otherwise though, as always guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. If you want to see more Destiny content, be sure to get subscribed to the channel, and I'll keep you posted as always, but otherwise, I'll be keeping you up to date with everything related to the game this week. And for now, I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Down. Guardian down. Guardian down.